Another day, another statue. I was going to say, do the woke brigade not have anything better to do than relentlessly overanalyse British history and obsess about a bit of concrete? But it's not as if they have jobs to go to, is it? The latest nuttery to come out of the Let's Burn Our Country to the Ground crew is that Goldsmiths University in London is considering removing statues to Sir Francis Drake and Admiral Lord Nelson. They were involved in the slave trade and therefore they must be cancelled. Sir Francis Drake was born in 1577 and Admiral Lord Nelson was born in 1758. They were hardly going to be avid members of the LGBTQ+ community or keen advocates of critical race theory, were they? It wasn't too long before that people thought that the Earth was flat, and on their maps there were parts of the sea that had "Here be dragons" written on it. It's a shame that Drake and Nelson weren't as progressive as other famous figures of the time, such as absolutely nobody. Obviously, it's not great to be involved in the slave trade, I think that goes without saying. But Sir Francis Drake also circumnavigated the Earth, right? The people who want to tear his statue down have barely circumnavigated Islington. He defeated the Spanish Armada. The anti-statue lot think that the Spanish Armada is the name of a gastropub. Lord Nelson won the Battle of Trafalgar. He lost an arm and an eye fighting for this country. What have the Goldsmiths Anti-Racist Action Group done for this nation, apart from trying to desecrate its memory? They spent 137 days occupying the Deptford Town Hall in 2019 to show their anger at a statue of Robert Blake. Get a life. Can you imagine racking up student debt to the tune of 20 grand just so that you can sit in a town hall in Deptford and shout at a statue? It's pathetic. And where does it end? Do you go and occupy the pyramids and then tear them down because they were built by slaves? No, of course you don't. You know, Great Britain didn't invent slavery. Slavery originated in Mesopotamia, apparently, before being adopted by China and India in 221 BC. At the time of Drake and Nelson, many countries were involved in the slave trade, such as France, Portugal, Spain, the Netherlands, Denmark, vast swathes of the Middle East. Most African nations had some form of internal slave trade. Sir Francis Drake circumnavigated the Earth. This lot haven't even circumnavigated Islington, have they? Of course they haven't. And this is my point. We need to get over this now. We cannot try to desecrate British history. My main argument is this. Instead of trying to tear Britain's history to the ground, this lot should do their best to try to make some history of their own.